doing this sun at the moon time. Should go outside and see my cat. So, I like to navigate the matrix and the timelines using the HUD screen called Random Access TV.
All right. I think I've told people you could do that. Now, I should go out here because it's the full moon now here. It's the full moon. I don't know about yesterday. I heard Zeph talking about it. I like listening to Zeph because Zeph is... I gotta go out here. I have to go out. It's almost dark, but not all the way. My cat will be happy to see me. Hello, kitty. Come on. You gotta get all these things. I guess I should sit close to the house. Your red wagon. So, on this movie just now that I'm watching, and it's maybe a movie in the 30s. It might even be a 30s movie. Might have been predicting a time in the 30s. Right after Prohibition was over. Whenever that was. Hey, kitty. And I'm watching this couple. They're riding around in a car. Now, it seems to me that in the themes the Matrix gives you back to look at, and there was the other guy on the other show where there's a guy named Kelly, and then there's a guy, I don't know, there's two guys, there's two firefighters. One's name's Kelly Severide, and the other one's, I can't think of his name, but he was the guy that used to be on House. I think. I could be wrong. He had a girl he got divorced from, he thought, 8 years before show up. And she didn't ever sign her half of the papers. Now that's a similar situation to where I am at myself. This is the, what is it called? This is the, for me,
you're hypothetically divorced.
Blue magnetic storm. So at this time, I would be thinking about that person in a whole totally different way. Being a white magnetic wizard, it would be the overlay point. Very useful to deal with your issues. So there was that. Today, when I go in there earlier, I see this couple that's on the TV now getting married. Like, you know, how you get to, how they always get married when they're on the road. It's almost like a Vegas style little wedding place. You know, they paid $20 to get married. They paid $20 for the ring, and they had to tip somebody $1 to be a witness. Did you catch that? That's a grand total of $26. That's the devil. That's the devil in the. So when you see the devil card, you see the devil, and you see behind them the devil, but you see a man and a woman are chained to the altar. That's your material nature. It's the renovating intelligence. The I. 26. Zayn. Zayn is also 26. It's the 26th path, but if you were to do the number, I think it's 70. That's how long they had to stay on the movie earlier today. In Babylon was 70 years. Then they were able to come back home. Cyrus was going to let them home. Happened to watch Daniel today. So I just now watched them. Now, I don't know how they have their money. I don't know what they've done here. I don't know what's going on here. And she's pregnant, smoking cigarettes. Very, very way back when. Kitty's very happy. Thank you to Kitty and Beyond.
They probably did some Bonnie and Clyde
Your
shit.
timing is excellent. Whether you read your cards or whether you just use your psychic gifts and intuition with people, it's appreciated. I don't think you'll watch my video, and I understand that I'm probably not someone's videos you probably watch, but that doesn't mean that I can't appreciate and say thanks as if you were, as a common other person with a YouTube channel, whether or not mine is any yet reason. I'm very funny about what shows I watch. So my being a content creator is partially a magical act of steering a certain vessel that I hope maybe can steer this nation's consciousness away from this crazy shit that we're in right now. I'd really like to do that. So the wedding thing. Now they're in this great hall or place, and they have a black band on there playing. And the lady's like, "Your red wagon." She's singing in a song, "Your red wagon is your load of problems. That if you do this and this, that's your red wagon." And I'm like, red wagon, red dragon, red wagon. So I just thought it was interesting alchemy, because symbols like that, when given back, see, because my whole preface, my whole situation is prefaced to maneuver this sort of boat form of where I'm at. It is deadly quiet out here. It's perfect. We were just out of range of the rains, which was all around us, which on a day like that, I do prefer the rains, but the peaceful calm is also very useful to me, because I am not always peaceful calm, but I am. I'm both at access to that peaceful place, and I sense it in the world, and I am more than myself in the moment. I am more than myself because I'm sharing a greater spiritual nugget sort of truth, and it feels that way. It feels that way because giving the acknowledgement of credit where credit is due to others that have helped make that way through the day. The other, Fiona Edgar's a good one too, because she is somehow blind, because they both, I think, do tarot cards. But then again, so do I. So do I. I don't have any, though. I had to burn mine up. I heard, Esoteric Rain said that when she was sitting there combing her hair, she was saying something about thinking about burning her tarot cards. And I just assumed somebody that would have, instead of Yahweh Baal and the same shit going on, that would probably be a thought that she had, that I had also had, because I had burned mine before. I'm not supposed to read them for other people, because I am good. I'm good at reading them. And the reason that I got from Higher Self was why not to do that was because I could do it in other ways, the same thing for people, but if I read the cards, it would give them something that would offset their interaction with Higher Self in their own self. And he's right. People are always looking for a wizard, a shaman, a go-to, and they don't need one. They don't need one. But in a way, in the place that we live in, we kind of all do need one. I think that's part of the evolution that I've got a handle on. Because I can look and see, and I left the room after the guy, he was accosted in the bathroom of the fantastic dining hall where music is playing, and it is prophetic. Your red wagon. That's what she said. And that's what I heard. I said, writing it down, red wagon. And then when he went into the bathroom, the guy got behind him as if to get in the position to get the shoe shine. And I thought he was going to be a guy asking him for that. But he fucking recognized, he called him out, and then they wrestled. And he got his gun. And that guy gave him his money, gave him his gun, told him to get out of town, gave him his cigarettes back. And I said, this is where I want to leave this movie. This is where I need to leave out of here. Because right now it's appropriate. And I began to make this movie, this video right here. Because it'll be 10 minutes and it'll be nice. I've been making a lot of frivolous videos today. But I've had some phenomenal shit happen and show up. When you get a stream of that going on, it's very hard to get to the same creative process going on, because what you have to incorporate into that process has to be weighed, because you'll have way too much, and you have to weigh between two great things, it seems. And there's always actually the underlying choice is the focus that brings you back down out of that weird forwarded place that you feel like when you do something supreme. It's the same when you do something wrong or you're not your best. You'll be self-conscious. Self-consciousness occurs too when you're in your destiny, when you're moving in the proper harmonic with destiny. It does feel like a spotlight is on you, so it does take some training to be able to wield that power. I did hear Zeph say that, because he was saying, we're the ones that move the stars. We have that power, you know, people who are God and God's people. That's really all that it is. There is God and his children are his people. And his people are his children, and his children strive upwards for the fact that he is God, or it is God, or God exists, or whatever it is. And it's not like the detached God anybody could think of. It's very personal because it is you. That thing is you. That's the one thing that you know. It's hard to fathom because right now you feel like you're you and this is what you are. And you're detached from the everything. It's very strange. I know it's strange. Part of me has to get to make something out of that, to be like getting people to play with their mind. When they get that first idea, the person that's never had the concept of such things has a great hunk of their ego just shorn off of them. And I get to get it and put it into a ball and dribble it and throw it back at them. Go splat.